The goaltenders for tonight's getting the start for the Whitby Dunlops is Andrew Englage. He's got 3 games and 2 wins and 1 loss and a 4.33 goals against average. At the other end, Daniel Sveden getting the start for the Steelhawks. He's got a 1-3 record and a goals against average of just over 6. Yes, it is a high-scoring Allen Cup Hockey League, and it's more than likely now that these two teams will meet in the playoffs. Their season record against each other so far is tied at 3-3. With Whitby scoring 31 goals and Hamilton scoring 34, and we're underway here at the Dave on a Friday night. Peckham spins it back to Tarasuk, and now Tarasuk has a nice lead pass up there, and Hamilton will dump it into the zone where Di Benedetto gives chase. Whitby controlling the puck back out there, and it glides by Musselman, and on the fresh ice will go all the way down the ice. And that will be Tarasuk giving it to Peckham. Now Cameron at the blue line tries a long lead pass. On that side, drop to Woodisee, and now it's to Di Benedetto. Di Benedetto moves into the slot, and Cameron tries a tough angle shot that gets deflected and goes into the corner. Peckham and Musselman battling in the corner there. Nothing comes of that. Now Peckham trying to go back to the point, but it's intercepted by Mackey. Mackey turns, hits the glass, and fires it down the ice, and Whitby will undergo changes. Diodati with the puck in his own zone. Tries a pass to Roberto. Roberto gives it to his twin, and Mike hangs up and goes into the corner. And Gower on him. And he knocked it away, and Whitby comes up with the puck, and Parker gets it out, but it takes a crazy hop. Look out. McGregor has it in the slot. Couldn't find anyone to give it to. Gets it over on that side to Roberto, tries a shot. That's blocked by Gower. Doesn't get out in the slot. McGregor had a chance for a one-timer, but he couldn't bang it home. And now it's cleared out by Parker. Finds Doherty on that side, sorry. Has it in the corner, goes back of the net. Sveden goes to cover it, but it takes a weird bounce and goes to the side of the net. McGregor gives a whack at it. It'll go into the corner for Roberto, who just chips it around on the backhand to Diodati. And Diodati goes over on that side to Roberto. And now to DeVoe, who brings it through center, finds Zanette. Now Roberto kicks it over to Zanette. Zanette in the slot. DeVoe backhander, and a nice save by Englage. They battle away in the corner, and now it's Whitby that gets the puck out. Cody Thornton, for Whitby, giving it a go. Thorne has a hot pass go between his legs. And in the corner now and behind the net is Tarasuk, who will regroup for Hamilton, and they'll bring it out to the blue line. Long pass through center. Stop there. DeVoe tries to chip it in. Goes right past Thorne, and Tamblin gets it over on this side to Thornton. Thornton to Tamblin. Tamblin shoots. Nice save by Sveden, and he covers up, no rebound. And he had Thornton right on top of him. Getting quite familiar there. Enough to know what kind of cologne he's wearing. Well, these two teams are most likely going to meet in the playoffs for a second consecutive year. Of course, Whitby winning in 5 games last year before losing to the eventual Robertson and Allen Cup champions, the Stony Creek Generals. No catching them now. These two teams 2-3 in the standings right now, and a shot goes in on Sveden and disappears, and he'll hold it for a face-off. 7:13 to go, opening period, no score. Oh, we got Giorgio back up in the booth tonight. How you doing? That's all cool in the gang up here with Giorgio. Long shot in, save, banks it off the corner. Another shot by Musselman. Flipped in, and Sveden saw that. Now Cameron gets it out. Di Benedetto will try a pass, will capture a pass on this side. Try to go back to Cameron, but that didn't work. Di Benedetto sees Salt streaking, but it has to contribute into his own net. Into his own zone, I'm sorry. Peckham. Shot, and it's flipped. Gower gives it away. And now Hamilton, wearing black here at home at the Dave, comes through in the slot. Cameron with a shot. Englage steers that one aside. Salt gets in there, but it's intercepted by Gower, and he'll try and get it out of the zone. He gets it to the line and eventually takes it out himself. George tried to break it in, but Hamilton breaking up that play, and now Whitby, wearing the white and gold, will try and come all the way back in. Diodati gets his sticking away with that. And Ross Taylor, behind the bench, has another not-so-close shave. That one was lobbed in, and he avoided it. So if you like our camera angle tonight, that's all coming from Rob Green, who's noticed that when the camera's up here in the booth with us, the Steelhawks usually win rather than the low angle. Here comes Whitby, another shot, and they score! That's Kevin George getting in there right away, and it's 1-0 for Whitby.
George is a tough one.
George with a beauty. And Whitby comes in here early and gets off to a 1-0 lead with 16:08 to go. In the opening period. Hamilton giving chase. Now they've got their own chance, and Roberto tried to go at it. Couldn't get a goal there. Another chance. Doherty again, and Sweden with a nice save. Hamilton trying to come back now, and it's George going back into his own zone. Spinning around. Thornton tries a high shot. And that goes high and wide. Whitby goal scored by number 26, Kevin George. Assist by number 21, Tyler Hole. Time of the goal, 16:08. Sorry? It got loud. Yeah, we're having some sound issues up here. Nothing new for a city rink. Parker gets it back in Whitby, controlling off a 1-0 lead on this one. We'll try and give chase into the Hamilton zone. Diodati has his stick knocked out of the hands. That's a big shot by Baxter. Puck is loose. Batted around in there. And Hamilton eventually gets it out. Ling stops and turns around. Long pass over to the other side where Roberto pinching in gets it in the front. And that was DeVoe with a shot. And a nice save by Englage. Now back of the net, Whitby trying to get it up and get it out to center, and they do, but Hamilton intercepts. Thorne with a burst of speed, turns with the puck and gets the zone. Tries another move, gets almost into the clear, but it's knocked away from Maccheroni, who spins it around, and it gets around and down into the Hamilton zone where Tarasuk picks it up. A pass to Peckham. Peckham gets it to Cameron, but that doesn't go anywhere, and now Peckham will try a backhander. That goes back behind the net where Woodisee gives it to Tarasuk, who gives it to Peckham, and now it's Cameron. Cameron over the line. Look out, Woodisee coming into the slot, but that's intercepted by Ventura, who breeds a highway and heads north. In the corner, 77 going in there and getting it. That's Gouvreau. Hacked at it again, and he couldn't get it that time. Now Gouvreau again. Trying to backhand it, slipping off his stick quite a bit. But it's Whitby that hacks it into the Hamilton zone. They give chase. Mackey tries a difficult angle shot that goes nowhere. Now it's in the corner where Hamilton recovers. They go back behind their net and now over on the far corner for Tarasuk and Peckham, who have been playing catch back there quite a little bit. Gower with a long lead pass up to Ventura. He tried to move around Peckham, but that didn't work, and now Salt carries it in for Hamilton. Salt with a back pass to Woodisee. Woodisee looking, and he goes into the corner. Woodisee now trying to center it. Woodisee coming to the slot. It gets hacked, goes high, into the meshing and out of play. And with 13:18 left in the first period, Whitby has a 1-0 lead. Oh, come on, phone. Doherty takes a long shot in, and that's picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan spins with it and has a good burst of speed. Sullivan tries another move. It gets past Roberto, and Gower tries to pick it up, and he does just get it out of the zone. Cianfrini leads it up to Sullivan. Sullivan chips it to center, and there it's picked up by George, who has the goal here for the Whitby Dunlops. George again. Long pass that skips over the stick of McConaughey. Sullivan turns around in his own zone and has it behind the net. Sullivan with a nice lead outlet pass to McGregor. McGregor brings it in over the line, has it come off his stick and takes it into the corner. McGregor battles it away for it there, and Hamilton still controlling the puck. Behind the net is Roberto to Zanet. Zanet to Roberto. They play catch with it. Zanet now again back to Roberto. No, he turns and goes the other way. He dances in the corner with it with a little back and forth, and he's got George all over him. Going to the corner, but it's Parker that picks up the puck behind the net and now carries the puck to center. A lead pass to McConaughey. McConaughey dumps it in, and Whitby will undertake some changes. Diodati with a nice lead for Cianfrini, utilizing the boards there. Comes in front of his own net, went through the crease, but no harm done. Now it's DeVoe bringing it in over the line. Long shot. Steered aside by Englage, who saw that one all the way. Back behind the net, Baxter. Looks for Whitby, tries a lead pass up the middle. He does hit Tamblin. Tamblin has trouble controlling it, but puts himself offside in the process. I don't know if Tamblin was born in the USA, but that's the song Giorgio is going with. He is a Springsteen fan. We covered Rick Springfield last week. Where do you sit on Bruce Springsteen?
I think Bruce Springsteen does what
Is he really the boss?
I would say so.
Giorgio agreeing that he is in fact the boss. Not as in Hugo Boss. But anyway, here comes DeVoe coming in. Maccheroni bats it away where Tamblin gets it on a nice lead pass up to Porter. Porter with a nice move around his man. Now Porter into the slot. They score! Whitby takes a 2-0 lead. Cody Thornton getting that one. Whitby goal scored by number 79, Cody Thornton. Assist by number 24, Chris Porter. Time of the goal, 11:19. So Hamilton digging a hole early here at the Dave and struggling to bring it in over the line. DiBenedetto, a backhander. That goes nowhere, and Whitby's going to get the puck again. This is Ventura. Ventura with a nice lead pass to Mackey. Mackey in on a backhander, and he just missed the open side. You got to wonder if Sweden's night would have been over after that. DiBenedetto brings it in over the line. Turning. Gets hit hard by Mackey. Musselman has it taken off his stick. DiBenedetto comes up with the puck, and Woodisee takes a shot. No arm comes up on that play. Whitby controls the puck in their own zone. Gower bringing it to center over the line. Musselman fires it into the corner where Peckham gives chase there and hits his man hard. Trying to come up with his plan, rubs his body into this man again, but Whitby doing an excellent job of keeping that puck in. Gower tries to go low to his man that goes behind the net. We're seeing Freeney grabs it for Hamilton. McGregor brings it to the line and out. Zanet has Roberto streaking, but Zanet brings it in over the line. Now McGregor. McGregor shoots, and that's a save by Anglage, and it stays in his pad. Those pads come up quite high. You can see the flap and the angle from him here, as they are about thigh high when he stands up. Same goes for Sweden, but Anglage is a tall drink of water. Puck goes into the corner where Zanet has it. Zanet spins, tries to get it into the slot, but it's picked up by Whitby. And Doherty leads it up to George. George taken out by Cianfrini on a good hard hit in front of the benches. Sullivan throws it back to his man, McGregor. McGregor shoots it in off the boards. McGregor gets his own puck. Puck comes into the slot. Hamilton with another shot. Just missed the top of the net. Bounces to the side of the net, and England has seen enough, and he'll hold it for a face-off. 9:21 to go opening period. 2-0 Whitby. Face-off in the Whitby zone. Thorne hacked away at it. It's picked up by Parker. It's eventually over the stick of Porter. And Thorne hits it back into his own zone. Cianfrini to Sullivan. To DeVoe. DeVoe turning around at center and will have to regroup into his own zone. Spins around, Hamilton makes some changes, and Sullivan controls the puck for Hamilton and bring it out into the neutral zone. Shoots it past his man, icing waved off as it goes back behind the Whitby net, and DeVoe gives chase. DeVoe hacking yet again, missing. And that is, of course, Chris Porter coming in over the blue line, finds Tamblin. Tamblin has it knocked off his stick, and Baxter will control it back for Whitby. Baxter going all the way back in his own zone so his team can make full changes. Have a look at that, Rob. Full bench change there just by going back into your own zone. Ventura chips it up. Here comes Baxter. He's hit by DeVoe, but in the slot to Mackey. Mackey's shot gets deflected and goes into the corner. Thorne backhands it on one play and gets it to DeVoe. DeVoe with that long reach gets around his man, spins around at center before it's taken off, and that one's going to be hooking. Who got it? Is it Mackey? So it looks like Peckham might go out on the draw here. Off the face-off there, a stick not in good shape. Whitby penalty number 7. Brett Mackey, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 8:08. So the Steelhawks will go out of the power play here, and it's Tarasuk taking a shot and a nice early save by Englage. The Steelhawks power play has 13.8% in 58 advantages this season, whereas the Whitby penalty killing is at 81.2% and have been shorthanded 85 times. These two teams, the most penalized teams in the league, sitting at 2 and 3 in the standings. Really, tonight's game does have implications. Certainly as far as the playoffs go. Tarasuk shot. Puck is loose. Right at the side there, but Peckham couldn't bang it. He is driving them furious, and it's just by standing in front of the net. A big presence as he goes to the net, gets knocked down again. But Hamilton plays catch at the line. Tarasuk looking for an option. And DiBenedetto turns, and he'll try and find a shooting lane. Now he gets into the slot, fires it. It gets deflected, just goes wide of the net. Peckham gives one swipe at it, goes back in the net for DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto over on this side to Cameron. Cameron back to DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto turns in the zone, goes all the way back to the point to Tarasuk. Tarasuk walks the blue line, now gives it back to DiBenedetto, who gets it in the slot, shoots, scores! DiBenedetto gets Hamilton back into this one, and it is 2-1 for Whitby on the power play goal. Steve. Steelhawks goal, scored by number 96, Justin DiBenedetto. Assist by number 14, Steve Tarasuk. And number 89, Brian Cameron. Time of the goal, 7:11. Puck goes all the way back into the Hamilton zone, and Sweden plays it off the boards with another crazy bounce that seems to happen behind the nets. Ever notice that, Giorgio?
Wonky boards.
How lively the boards are here at the Dave. Tamblin gets it, goes back to the point. Deflected and out of play, 6:37 to go. Opening period, and Hamilton back in it as DiBenedetto walked the line, walked into the slot, and fired one home on the blocker side of Englage. And we have ourselves a hockey game here at the Dave. Over the line and at the blue line, chipped in. Sullivan fighting away for it there, but it's Cian Freeney that comes up with the puck for Hamilton. Starts in his own zone. One bank pass gets by Roberto and picked up by Gower with a nice lead pass there to Porter, who falls down, and Mike Roberto picks up the puck. Roberto brings it out to center. Now over the line, a nice little flip blast that almost got to McGregor, but look out, this is Musselman as a pass and a shot and a nice save. A distant shot there as Musselman didn't feel he had the gas. Now it's a turnover, and Roberto will try going again the other way. His drop pass didn't work for McGregor as McGregor was going to the bench. Now a lead pass for Ventura that misses and goes into the corner, where Sweden picks it up and steers it around. Diodati intercepted by Whitby in a long shot that was going to miss the net. Missed anyway, and Sweden will hang on to it. With 5:38 to go in the opening period, 2-1 Whitby. Well, tomorrow night, Whitby is off, but Hamilton will play in Stony Creek at 7 p.m. That's got to be top. My puck is loose. They score! Defoe carries it in and banks it home, and we're tied at 2s. That came out of nowhere. Steelhawks goal scored by number 34, Andre DeVoe. Assist by number 7, Stephen Thorne. Time of the goal, 5:26 of the first period. McConaughey scores on a loose puck, and they get that goal right back. It was tied for all of 16 seconds. Whitby goal scored by number 22, Brian McConaughey. Assist by number 4, Matt Baxter. Time of the goal, 5:10. So Whitby gets the lead right back 16 seconds later, and that's the kind of high scoring we've come to expect from the ACH. Oh, it's Layla. There was one night that you were playing this after the game, Giorgio, and it just sounded absolutely fantastic. As the piano was going and the people were leaving the rink, it had that bittersweet feeling. Sadly, it was after a loss, but then the song itself is about loss. As Eric Clapton wrote it for Patty Boyd, at that time being George Harrison's wife, and it failed to win her over then. But eventually, I believe they hooked up, if they hadn't already. Back to hockey. Salt brings it over to DiBenedetto. Brings it in over the line. Cameron tries a move, has it slip off his stick. Now it goes into the corner for DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto and Cameron looking effective tonight thus far. But this is Chris Porter, who has also been effective on that side. Shot! And a save by Sweden, who holds on to it for the rebound. Well, it was an ugly goal by DeVoe that just kind of walked into the crease with the puck. And by the force of sheer inertia, it just kept going into the net on that white ice. I hit some black ice on the way here. Shot by Ventura is easily snared by Sweden. He says, let's see that face-off strategy again. Yes, you will have to have a soda this evening. Those roads are slippery. Tarasuk picks up the puck. It's to Roberto. Roberto throws it back to Tarasuk. Tarasuk rotates that puck for Peckham. Peckham up to center, and it's deflected in by Roberto. Off the boards, English. And Peckham gets it over to Tarasuk. Now back to Peckham. Peckham chips it to Zanet. Zanet tries a move, goes over on the far side. Roberto with a bit of room in the slot, scores! Roberto ties it again! Steelhawks goal, scored by number 10, Mike Roberto. Assist by number 9, Paul Zanette, and number 24, Theo Peckham. Time of the goal, 3:34. Well, this has been a very eventful first period thus far. It looked like Whitby was going to walk away with it, and somehow Hamilton keeps coming back. A great shot by Roberto that finds the post and goes in. Ling plays it over on that side. Now Ling brings the puck in. Into the slot to DeVoe, shoots, and that just deflected wide. Hamilton nearly having their first lead of the game. Back to the point, DeVoe with that long reach finds Ling in the corner. Ling back to DeVoe. Boy, quite the difference in their radius there of their stick as those two seem to be effective. That's a combo I could enjoy watching the rest of the game for sure. Hard shot by Sullivan. In the corner, they bang away at it. Puck comes free, and it's Gower that has it. Now throws it over on that side and flipped to center by Hoare. Hoare gets it over to Sullivan, who intercepts for Hamilton. And Sullivan to Cianfrini to Thorne. Thorne at the blue line. Thorne over on that side to Ling. Ling lets it go so that Sullivan can pick it up in full stride. He may try that shot again, but it's Ling in the slot. And that just gets deflected wide. Tamblin picks it up for Whitby, fires it back behind the net, and Thornton will go back and get it. Cody Thornton has one of the goals here for Whitby. A lot of people have goals here. He's one of them. Tamblin with a bit of a step on that side, but decides to button hook and send it back to the point. Baxter with a shot that nearly deflected to Parker. And that one just missed too. Whitby able to get to the puck, but it's Woodisee that gets the puck to the line and out. Just goes by the stick of Salt. Salt nearly picked it up and equaled energy inside the room. Inside the line, I mean. Matt Roberto flips it. It gets knocked by the arm of Musselman, who plays it ahead in the same gesture. Now Musselman playing with Roberto all over him like a dirty hoodie that you wear when you're sick. Cameron eventually gets the puck for Hamilton. He dodges a check that was incoming from Govro. Or maybe that's Sawyer. It looks big enough to be Sawyer. I'm going to say that's Justin Sawyer, wearing what was formerly Daniel Gavro's number. And he's got the red there too. So he's not listed on the score sheet as Sawyer, but that is a big guy. And a guy we've seen in this rink before playing for Stony Creek. A guy that will almost surely end up chirping and engaged in some kind of conversation with Theo Peckham. There's less than a minute to go, and I missed it. There's been so much in this game, I'm not even going to address that there was a minute to go. McConaughey brings it in for Whitby. Deflected shot, goes high and out of play, and hits the back of the net, and we'll have a face-off with 26 seconds to go in the first period. Oh, those boys aren't there tonight. They'd be giving me grief for missing the last minute. I kind of miss them. Into the slot, Doherty into McConaughey. Nice save by Sweden. He didn't know he had it, and Peckham picks it up. 19 seconds to go, opening period. Off the boards and now back behind the net. Tarasuk with the puck for Hamilton. Leads it up, McGregor. McGregor to Zanette. Zanette shooting, gets deflected and just goes wide. 6 seconds to go in the period. They battle away at it, and Hoare will take it behind the net, freeze it, and that'll do it. At the end of the first period, No further activity, and a 3-3 score in the second period will be coming up after this. Fans, make sure you visit the Hawk's Nest in the community room located on the upper level behind the benches, where you can pick up an ice cold, responsible beer. Second period coming up. Fans, it's Friday night. Welcome back for the second period. Your Hamilton Steelhawks. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. Love it. The Imperial March. So, if the scoreboard can function again, the second period will be underway. Shots in the first period. Whitby 14, Hamilton 17. What's the first song you got queued up for the first stoppage in play? Bad Company? Thank you. Yep. So 3-3 the score to start the second period here. A special hello to Ron Berry, who's watching in Muskoka. Ron, have a cold one and a few Garnet Rogers songs. Into the slots, and net fires in a good save there by Englage. Centering pass doesn't get out as McGregor tries to keep it in, but that doesn't work, and now it's Sullivan going back in his zone to Cianfrini, and Cianfrini doubles back to Sullivan. Fresh ice here in the second period. A long lead pass that gets through Roberto. Roberto's been good tonight. Goal and an assist. As Whitby comes out to center, McConaughey brings his plumage over the line. And now it's Doherty. Fires it back of the net. Now trying to spin around, and it's picked up by Roberto, who plays it off the boards. And that doesn't get out. Baxter has it knocked off his stick very cleverly by Thorne. And it will go out of the zone where Ling picks it up for Hamilton. And now he brings it in over the blue line. Ling with a shot gets deflected and out of the play. Fans, it's time for our bad to the bone out-of-town scores from the Harry Howell Arena in Dundas. It's the Stony Creek Generals 2 and the Dundas Real McCoys 2. See, that's why it would be funnier with Careless Whisper. People would be like, what? Well, Giorgio and I, before the game, discussing a few rather lighthearted episodes of things that we could do here. At Shoeless Joe's. Shoeless Joe's. When you want food, eat it. Ling fires that one in. It goes into the corner. The Guilty Bees are in at 7. Get out. Thorne brings it in over the line. And here comes Ling. And Roberto brings it in and tries a backhander, where Baxter controls the puck and now flips it to center. Now Thorne brings it in over the line and stops. Now Thorne fired on that side to Woodisee, who had the wrong wedge out there as it flipped over top of the net. Dunlops controlling behind their net. We originally had, it's stolen in there and now picked up right in front. Scores! Cameron from Di Benedetto, and Hamilton takes a 4-3 lead. Wait. Steelhawks goal, scored by number 89, Brian Cameron. Assist by number 96, Justin Di Benedetto. Time of the goal, 17:45. So Hamilton with their first lead of the game here at the Dave, and what's a high-scoring affair. Over the line was Porter, who couldn't pull, had to leave his foot back out there. And I guess like Kim Mitchell and Max Webster, tonight he knew he was just going to have to let go of the line. But this tightrope does begin to feel just like home. Tamblin with a backhander. Theo Peckham leads it up, and here's Zanette bringing it in over the line, and Sawyer out there. So is Peckham. and Peckham laughing. I don't know if you can hear it or capture it on what you're seeing, but a nice pass from Sawyer, who was looking up for Porter, and it goes beyond him, and Peckham now giving Sawyer, the modern-day warrior, the gears, as there'll be a face-off off that icing. You can hear Peckham laughing all the way up here as he goes now to focus on more important matters. As Tarasuk gets the puck at the line, a deflected shot comes in front, they score! Zanette scores from Roberto and Tarasuk. On the rebound, Hamilton pushes the lead 5-3 here at the Dave. Steelhawks goal scored by number 9, Paul Zanette. Assist by number 10, Mike Roberto. And number 14, Steve Tarasuk. Time of the goal, 17 minutes even. Zanette from Roberto and Tarasuk. 17 minutes even. I made that last part a little bit about me. Over the line, Roberto comes with it, and now he's looking. Finds the net again, a backhander, and that's stolen away by Englage. Led up to center, this is Mackey. He drops the puck in Musselman. Musselman shoots, deflected. A collision in the corner between Sullivan and Mackey as they continue to jab at each other, but nothing more emerges. Now it's Thorne finding Ling. Ling, drop pass, shooting, big save by DeVoe. Ling makes some very clever passes in that zone, and that was a really nice one. I've seen some chemistry with him and DeVoe tonight, wouldn't you say? Big reach, not so big reach, but great range by Ling. Well, fans, I see some of you commenting on our first period stats. If you'd like me to say your name in the third period, I will check the second period comments and give you a shout out in the third. But you got to stick around for the third, and you really should. That one rolls in and is covered by Englage. So Hamilton, who is trailing 2-0 and 3-2 at parts of this game, has now surged ahead 5-3 with 2 early goals here in the second period. Parker, long shot in, gets deflected. I remember watching Ling play with the Marlies. Long pass, and here's Ling again. He finds DeVoe, whom I also remember playing with the Marlies. In the zone, and it is Whitby able to get it out, but that's Thorne turning around with it at center. Now Thorne brings it in over the line, a shot that gets stopped in the skate of Ben Parker. With great defense comes great responsibility. And Ben Parker blocked a shot there. Porter flips it over to McConaughey. McConaughey, the player out there for Whitby with the flow. That centering pass goes all the way down the ice, and you can hear linesman Chris Tello-Zarolo doing a big whoa there as that one was going to go all the way down. 14:50 to go, second period. Hamilton leading 5-3 here at the Dave. Long lead pass goes through. Thornton has it taken off his stick, and Cameron will lead it up to Woodisee. Woodisee makes one move but is stopped, and Porter picks up the puck for Whitby. Tries to get back to the point. It's kept in by Roberto. Roberto, shot, deflected, puck loose. At that side, Di Benedetto tries another shot, and a really good save by Englage there. Englage not allowing any reboundage. Ice, ice, baby, indeed, as it certainly are the conditions out there. Hey, if you're anywhere, hope you're listening to us and you're home somewhere safe. as it is squalling out there like a Stan Rogers song. Back at the point, Diodati fires one in, and that's a puck is loose, and Woodisee just hacked it wide. Di Benedetto spins it to Cameron. Cameron with a flip shot, and that one's handled by Englage. People do try to put us down, but if Hamilton wins this, they'll go to 500 on the season, and Whitby will also go to 500. The record's right now 9-10-1 for Hamilton, and Whitby 11-10-0. It's more than likely that these two teams are going to play each other, so this game meaning a lot in the way of where home ice will stand come playoff time. And I really hope that Hamilton gets the home ice, because I would love to see the DeRozan game. Sweden has a little bit of trouble with it, but Hamilton does get the puck. Tarasuk to Zanette, and that's led up to Salt. Salt to Zanette, fires a shot, that's blocked by Mackey. The puck stays in the zone, and that's Zanette taking it again, finds McGregor in the slot, shooting, and a nice save by Englage. Boy, Hamilton really getting some great passing chemistry in the offensive zone, the likes of which we really haven't seen, other than that 10-5 win against Whitby back in November. Well, it's the low rider, but that was a high shot to the blocker side, and English made a good save. Back to the point it goes. Peckham steers it in there for Zanette. A little bit trouble seeing here. If you've ever been on the ice here at the Dave, the ceilings are quite low and they're painted black. So it's easy to lose that puck in it sometimes. It's a very intimate feel with a very horizontal style cross scoreboard. Into the slot, McConaughey gets his shot deflected by Tarasuk. Puck comes in the slot, it's loose, flipped to the front of the net, everybody hacking at it. It's crazy, and somehow Sveden covers up. Everything was happening. .13:04 to go, second period, 5-3 Hamilton. Hamilton wearing the black and Whitby wearing the white in this one. On the ice now is DeVoe and Ling. That combo's looked good all night. Giorgio smiling confidently, like he thinks something big is about to happen. Maybe he is. Freeney with a nice pass to Thorne. Thorne tries to split the D, but it's intercepted. And Baxter tries a nice little flip pass to Doherty. Baxter back to Doherty. Doherty gets into the slot. Taken off his stick, and Hamilton will go the other way on a 2-on-1. Maybe 3, maybe 4. Count them. Thorne to DeVoe. DeVoe shoots. Behind, and they score. DeVoe. And Hamilton takes a 6-3 lead on a nice pass from Thorne. Englage got a lot of it, but not enough. And DeVoe has a second of the game. Timeout, Whitby. So Englage not getting the yank yet, but it's another high-scoring affair between these two teams. We did see a 10-5 game back in November. Steelhawks goal, his second of the game, scored by number 34, Andre DeVoe. Assist by number 7, Stephen Thorne, and number 43, David Ling. Time of the goal, 12:30 of the second period. Well, Giorgio, I was caught in some of that uptown funk when I was trying to get out of downtown Toronto. Sorry? It does smell a little uptown funky. Sometimes Sullivan with a blast. That hits the boards. It goes wide of the net. But not in that order. Cianfrini back to pick up the puck for Hamilton. He spins around the net and goes out of his zone. Lead pass for Cameron. Over the line. Now Hamilton again. This is Woodisee. Woodisee faking into the slot. Di Benedetto gets it back to the point. Roberto's deflected shot. That goes out of play. Well, if you're just joining us, Hamilton was down 2-0 in this game and now leads 6-3. But no lead is safe in the Allen Cup. We're only in the second period, and we've seen a barrage of goals. A squall of them, if you will. Hamilton looking very organized offensively tonight, and the defense has been there. And Sweden's made a couple of good saves, too. Puck goes off the boards, and Roberto fires it in and behind the net. Englage leaves it there. This is Gower playing it off the boards. Led up to center by Mackey. Mackey takes a hit from Roberto. Well, not one of the harder ones, but those two have been jousting at each other and continue now behind the net. Roberto and Mackey bump again. Back of the net is picking it up as Musselman. Musselman back to Mackey. Mackey tries to go into the slot, doesn't work. Here comes Tyler Hoare from a different angle. Hits Sweden and he covers up. Tyler Hoare, former Hamilton Steelhawk. Here we go. We got Diodati and Mackey now. After Mackey was given the gears and the little bit of a face wash to Roberto, he's now found Diodati as his man. And Mackey being escorted off the ice, maybe to the penalty box. Diodati coming over to say some German words to him. Old German words. Crisis in the box and crisis on the ice. And yeah, we've heard all that before. They continue to jaw away at each other in the box. But Mackey was a little hot under the bonnet on that one. And he was going to pick somebody. His dance partner eventually was Diodati. And they'll cool off in the bin of sin. To center, this is McGregor. McGregor shooting, save, loose puck covered up by Englage. Whitby penalty to number 7, Brett Mackey, 2 minutes for high sticking. Hamilton penalty to number 22, Eric Diodati, 2 minutes for high sticking. McConaughey brings it in over the line. Kevin George shoots off the crossbar. Ling picks up the puck, and he'll find his man, maybe DeVoe. He's been looking for him all night. He dumps it into the corner. And behind the net they go off the boards. And this is George with a long lead pass over on that side to Mackey. Mackey flows it in over to Doherty. Doherty stops short, but Ling picks up the puck for Hamilton on the turnover. His backhander does not get out of the zone. However, Whitby changing. Hamilton does get the puck on their possession as Whitby was forced to dump it in. This is Sullivan behind his net and bringing it out to the blue line in a lead pass. Oh, did he catch Salt in a tender area? A little salt and a wound. And he limps back to the bench as he caught that hot pass in a sensitive ankle area. But it's Peckham controlling the puck to complete that change. It goes beyond DeVoe and intercepted in a lead pass, almost springs Tamblin. But Cameron turns around with it, and now DeVoe has it over on that side. Ling carries it in and puts it in the corner. Cameron back to the point, and he just misses, and it'll come all the way out of the zone. Cianfrini hustles back to get it and finds Sullivan over on the far side. Sullivan will put it backhander to Cianfrini, who tries another shot and gets it out to center, where Baxter is waiting. 9:24 to go. Second period, 6-3 Hamilton. Long shot in on Sweden. He steers that aside, and Sullivan will pick it up and organize the breakout play, which starts with Cameron as he gets it over to Woodisee. Woodisee finds Di Benedetto, and Di Benedetto had it knocked off his stick at the front of the bench. Sticks flying, bit of grabbing going on. Di Benedetto will now have to pick up his stick, but this is George. He's in on a break, shoots. Great save by Sweden. No, sir, he says, and shuts the door. Di Benedetto has his stick back and is at the blue line, and he'll get it to center. Now it goes into the blue line. This is Ventura from an angle. Fans on it. Puck rolls in harmlessly on Sweden, who puts the oven mitt on it, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Clock is still running. Clock. Yes. 8:40. Now this could be a challenge because resetting the clock to 8:40 is a bit of the pain in the ass. So they're just going to let it roll out a few seconds, or they're going to say, hey, let's go home. It's snowing outside. They do not reset the clock. Goes back to the point. In the slot, Thornton with a shot that hits Sweden in the mask. McConaughey tries to go, but Hamilton will break out. Roberto to McGregor. McGregor's got great speed, but he turns. Diodetti's going to the front of the net. Now it's back into the corner, and Salt picks it up. Salt's ankle looking fine as McConaughey takes it off his stick, puts it to the line and not out. Diodati gets it into Salt, and Salt just holds the line and not much more. Long lead pass for Doherty, goes off his stick and down the ice. And Whitby will complete a change. Hamilton back to get the puck. Long lead pass for McGregor. Just hops over his stick. No icing on the play, though, as Whitby back to pick it up. Tamblin bursts through center. Tamblin from an angle. He just misses the top of the net. It'll go the other way. This is McGregor. He can skate, and he's got it. McGregor looking for help, though. Long shot. Nice save by Anglage. Puck stays in front of the Whitby goal, and that's picked up by Gower, who's ridden hard by Ling, and now it's picked up by DeVoe. DeVoe to Tarasuk. Oh, that was almost so beautiful. That started with the hit from Ling. Here's Thorne now back into the slot to DeVoe. He's looking for the hat trick, and that was stopped. Knocked off the stick of Tamblin. Goes back into the zone. Lots of action here in the second period. Former Steelhawk Tyler Hoare dumps it into the corner. Tarasuk bumped off the puck but gets it out to center. DeVoe over to Thorne, who says yep as he takes it, drops it to Ling. Ling back to DeVoe. DeVoe takes a step to the side and button hooks now in the corner. Now gets it back to the point, but it goes through some legs and wide. Musselman on his horse, and so is Sullivan. Sullivan back to get it on the backhand. Will take it behind the Hamilton goal. He's got two Dunlops on him, but gets it to DeVoe. DeVoe finds Cianfrini. Cianfrini in the zone. Shoots. Blocked. Cianfrini gets it back to DeVoe. DeVoe flips that one into the slot area where it's knocked down by the hand of Baxter and leads it up. Parker floats one in on Sweden, and Sweden's going to hang on. As Whitby had numbers coming in over the line. Giorgio, you're so good on that music. Woodisee picks up the puck. Woodisee. Cameron tries a shot that hits a leg. Gets deflected by those Whitby socks. This is McConaughey in alone. No, sir! Stopped by Sweden. Back at the point where Parker floats one in, and that gets deflected. Boy, Sweden's got better as this game's gone along. He's a jovial character, always in a positive mood, whether he's starting or not. And very enthusiastic. I believe Ross was showing him some pad designs, and he was in love with the Trey Kroners as they had the Swedish logo on them. Back to the point. Sawyer has it go back of the net where Roberto has it in his feet. Whitby picks up the puck and comes in front of the net, but Hamilton gets it to the line. Not out. Kept in by Thornton. Now low to Tamblin, who tried to go backhand, forehand, and spin, but that did not finish. Like a cheap armoire, had no finish. 5:23 to go, second period. 6-3 Hamilton. Hamilton coming out and getting 3 goals in the first 7 minutes, first 7.5 minutes of this period. Lead pass that Zanette tried to tip it. The confidence has gone to Hamilton's legs, and they'll need it because they play tomorrow night in Stony Creek. Zanette dumps it in the corner. Oh, a high stick there from Sawyer, and I don't think it was intentional, but he did clip Zanette. And Sawyer gesturing that Zanette might be hamming it up. And it's a 4-minute major. Whitby penalty to number 77, Justin Sawyer. A 4-minute major for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 5:05. It's a Steelhawk power play. This Hamilton power play is brought to you by GRRC Roofing. GRRC Roofing. Put it above your head. In the corner it goes to Sweden. Let's see if he says that. DeVoe leads it up to Thorne. And that one's offside. So about the time the penalty ends, I'll have an opportunity. That'll cue me to remember to say the end of the second period. I'm going to do a little French one. Or should I? The Leafs are playing the Habs. Will I regret that? I will. I'll just do English. I won't say dernière minute dans la deuxième période. Not this weekend. DeVoe brings it in over the line. Oh, but gosh, I am tempted, Giorgio. That clearing pass, it's Doherty in the back. DeVoe, a pass over to Ling. They have great chemistry this evening. And that hot pass goes off Sullivan's skate. It's picked up by the flying Corey Tamblin, whose low shot is steered aside by Sweden. A shorthanded opportunity as the Hamilton power play is 1-for-1 tonight. Whitby yet to get a power play. Porter all the way back to Baxter, who fires it in. And Sweden leaves it there while both teams make changes. Cianfrini brings it out for the Steelhawks and carries it to center over that beautiful Steelhawks logo. Best logo out of the 4 teams, for sure. They jam away at it and goes into the corner. Parker, whoa, nearly had it taken off his stick there by Ling. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the power play. And Whitby coming in, a nice move, but that was Parker, who couldn't finish. The Dunlops controlling in their own zone and taking their time. The Steelhawks not forechecking. Really nice knockdown by Mackey there on the dump in. And now he has the puck in the corner as Whitby pressing, but now controlling the puck and ragging it quite a bit. Exactly 2 minutes left in the power play. So far, Hamilton just 1 shot on this extended power play for the high sticking penalty on Justin Sawyer. Cameron carries it through center and now over the line. Gets it into the slot area. Woodisee back of the net for Cameron. Cameron plays it off the boards, goes back to Tarasuk. Tarasuk to DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto low to Cameron. In the slot, Woodisee. Oh, he had an open side, but a great save by Anglage there. Cameron back to the point. DiBenedetto walks in a bit, but gives it over to Tarasuk. Tarasuk shooting, puck is loose, steered into the corner. Now back of the net for Peckham. A big presence in front of that net. Certainly other teams are aware of it. Tarasuk shooting, rebound almost came onto the stick of Cameron. And now it's Doherty bringing it in over the line. Doherty shoots, a nice save. And Whitby's had a few good options here. A few good looks shorthanded. A lead pass from Woodisee to DiBenedetto, brings it in over the line. DiBenedetto shoots! A really nice glove save there by Anglage. Woodisee controls the puck. Hamilton still on the power play. Peckham driving him nuts in front of the net. Loose puck in front. They jam away at it, and it's covered by Anglage with 45 seconds to go on the power play. Very effective power play there if you can put a big body like Theo Peckham in front of it. And he's been an ever annoying presence, an irritant, if you will, to the Whitby Dunlops, as they can't seem to get enough tread on his tires. McGregor lost the draw, and Tyler Hoare plays it back of the net, but Roberto gives chase and plays it into the corners of the net. They try to get it in the slot and roll a loose one in on Engledge, who covers it up. 36 seconds to go in the power play, a minute 41 to go in the second period, and Hamilton leading 6-3. Steelhawks in black on the power play. They'll take it in the Whitby zone. That draws one back to Diodati. Zanette still has it on his stick, but his backhand just barely keeps it in. And this one will be Hoare bringing it in over center and dumping a long shot in on Sweden. Roberto turning around with it. Over on the far side to Diodati. Diodati over center to McGregor. McGregor dances in over the line. Gets it back to the point to Roberto. Into the slot, and McGregor had just left. Penalty is expiring. Hamilton keeps it in. Nice play by Diodati. Into the slot to McGregor. Puck is loose. Diodati shoots. Covered up by Engledge. And a minute 2 to go in the period in the 4-minute power play without a goal on it for Hamilton. Face off in the Whitby zone. Last minute of play in the second period. Musselman brings it in over the line and fires it behind the net. Sweden gets the long stick out and steers it aside. A clearing attempt by DeVoe hit his own man and stayed in the zone. Hamilton hemmed in a little bit, but they do get the puck back, and Whitby chasing hard, but Hamilton gets it out and down the ice. This one will go all the way, barely for icing. Peckham not happy about that. But there was just enough English on that to get past Engledge. Tesserolo hearing it from Peckham. But I think that was icing. It certainly went past the line and no one was going to get it. There just wasn't a full-out effort, and I think that's what Peckham's upset about. Deflected off a skate and out of the zone. Ventura turns back in his own zone. Dumps it. Hits Mackey. They joust in front of the benches. Over on this side to Musselman. Over the line, Baxter now. And Musselman fires that one. It goes wide, but Parker will keep it in with 10 seconds to go. Hard shot and a save by Sweden. He stopped 2 breakaways in this period and been sharp on that one to not allow a rebound. Point shot by another snare by Sweden right off the draw. And Giorgio more ready than the Steelhawks were on that last face-off, I would say. As he's going up to the Spirit in the Sky, indeed, on the playlist. Hamilton wins the draw, goes into the corner. Sullivan will eat it there for 2 seconds. And we have the end of the second period. Came in front, an after buzzer shot by Baxter, but who can blame him, say the Steelhawks, and they don't give him any difficulty. And Bohemian Rhapsody will be Giorgio's choice here to end the second, or take us to the second intermission. And now he's singing along. Well, I kind of wish my wife could see this. She'd be touched. Fans, make sure you visit the Hawk's Nest in the community room. This is your last chance to get an ice cold beer. It's on the upper level behind the benches. Third period coming up. Fans, welcome back for the third period, your Hamilton Steelhawks. Shots in that second period were Whitby with 8 and Hamilton with 12. Total over 2 periods, Whitby 22 shots, Hamilton 29. My voice was getting hoarse. So third period about to get underway. Hamilton with an excellent second period, leading 6-3. Again, a special hello out there to Ron Berry, who's watching from Muskoka. Feet up, beer open, mind open, and a whole bit of northern wilderness. Ron, usually my guest in the booth, becoming the official color commentator of the Hamilton Steelhawks. In the corner, Dio Daddy has it for Hamilton, plays it off the boards. This is Andre DeVoe. DeVoe flips it up and down the ice and goes deep into the zone, and that'll go for icing. What's the next song you're playing after this? All right. At the point, Parker tries a long shot in. That deflects, goes into the corner and off the boards, and this is where Ling plays it. He'll flip it up. I'll get it all the way to center. Thorne plays it and going in on the zone and steered aside. Fans, it's time for our GRRC Roofing out-of-town scoreboard. From the Harry Howell Arena in Dundas, the Stony Creek Generals are leading the Dundas Real McCoys by a score of 4-2 after 2 periods of play. Off the boards it goes, and this is Whitby bringing it out to center, intercepted by Di Benedetto. Is going in alone. Di Benedetto, oh, taken off, and the arm is up. Let's see if he points at center. There goes Sweden. Hamilton controlling, and that's a penalty shot. A penalty shot coming down to Di Benedetto. A penalty shot has been awarded to Hamilton. Taking the shot, number 96, Justin Di Benedetto. So Di Benedetto with a shootout here, well, not a shootout, a penalty shot, as he was hauled down. He already has one tonight, and he wants to keep pace with Andre DeVoe. This would be a big goal for Hamilton. He's doing little circles over the Kilty Bees logo, now comes to the Steelhawks logo and brings it in over center. Di Benedetto, it alone. Off the goalpost. And the Christmas bells that ring are the clanging chimes of doom. So Di Benedetto beats the goaltender, but not the iron, and it stays 6-3. Off the boards, and this back goes back to the point to Tarasuk. Tarasuk down low to Di Benedetto. Di Benedetto to Cameron shooting. Oh, and a nice block by Sawyer, who sacrificed the body. Oh, and Woodisee tried one. And another blocked shot springs George. George in alone, and another nice save by Sweden. Goes back behind the net, and Di Benedetto gets on his horse to get back and get that puck. Di Benedetto brings it to center. Now carrying it over the line, Di Benedetto shooting, saved by Englage. McConaughey gives chase, but Peckham turns it around and goes the other way. This is Cianfrini. Cianfrini back behind the net. Hamilton and Whitby making changes, 18 minutes to go in the third period. Hamilton leading 6-3. A long lead pass for Roberto goes by him. Now it's Tamblin that chips it in, and Cianfrini gives chase. Cianfrini plays it behind the boards and gets it to Sullivan, and Sullivan gets it. Now a nice lead pass to McGregor, and McGregor's got that great speed through the neutral zone. McGregor goes into the corner, back into the slot, and gets it to Roberto. Roberto jams away at it. Into the slot to McGregor, shooting, save, rebound, and it goes right by the stick of McGregor. However, Hamilton keeping it in. To the line and out. McGregor to Cianfrini. And some good bit of pressure there by Hamilton. And you got to think if they get the next one, it could be lights out for Whitby. But you never know when it will be. And in this league, no lead lasts long. Behind the net, they play for it. Sinet gets it back to Diodati. His long shot goes wide. Roberto twins get close on it. McGregor turns around at center. And now McGregor brings it in over the line and gets it to Roberto. Roberto into the slot. Roberto, oh, he just missed the top corner. He's been involved tonight and already has one. Was looking for two. I just got a text from Ron Barry saying, nice calling, Patty boy. Nice to know you're listening, Ron. Ling gets it up there to Salt. Salt brings it in over center. Ventura plays it off the glass, and it's Hoare that gets it out and down the ice. A big game for these two teams. Even though Whitby leads 33-27 in point standings, this one is worth 3 and would go a long way between Hamilton closing the gap. If Hamilton can go 2 for 2 this weekend, look out, I'll tell you. Look out. Matt Baxter has it behind the net. Mackey throws it over on that side to Musselman. Musselman takes his way to the outside, and Ling read that play the whole way and has the puck behind the net. He'll leave it back there for Tarasuk, who gives it back to Ling, and Ling cautiously playing with Tarasuk. No big chances taken there. 15:33 to go. Here comes Andre DeVoe. He's got 2. Through center, makes another move. Still got the puck. Now heads to the net. Centering! And that was a good play by Salt that couldn't get through. Salt centers it, but that doesn't go anywhere. Now Baxter gets it to McConaughey, who does an interesting little kick. And with that long hair, maybe that was a showgirl kind of kick. I don't know. Can you play the puck up? And he did. But then it was turned over. And icing going the other way. Special happy birthday out there to Dr. Rick Brown, who's in Punta Cana and is in no way listening to this hockey game. Face-off won by Doherty. Back to the point. Sawyer lets it go, but he takes down DeVoe with a hard shot. Loose puck comes in front. Oh, and a great play there by Sweden to take out the man before he completely went around him. Now this is George. Oh, DeVoe is grimacing. He's got a few B's in that skate for sure. Comes right in front. Good read by Sweden. And now they play it to center. Ling, long shot. It's steered aside by Engelage. Off the boards it goes to Gower. And now it's Whitby's turn to try and get organized in their own zone as they play catch. But they're down by 3. It's a big hill to climb on the Mountain Arena. But here comes Ventura. Tries to get it into the slot. Sorry, that's Porter. Porter tried to get it in the slot. He's been getting a really nice assist from that area earlier tonight when it was 2-0 in the first period for Whitby. Back in the zone, this is Tyler Hoare with Woodisee on him, and Hoare gets it out of the zone and he'll carry it up through center. Banks it into the corner, comes in front, he scores! Tyler Hoare gave the puck to himself. And Whitby narrows the gap, it's 6-4. Whitby goal scored by number 21, Tyler Hoare. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 13:55. Well, you can say that one was unassisted, but he did pass the puck to himself. And we've talked about the lively boards here in Hamilton. And Tyler Hoare put a backhander behind Sweden. And Hamilton looked a little bit sleepy on that play all the way around. Hoare made a nice move to get out of the zone, then get to center. The former Sioux Greyhound looking good on that play. Mackey with the shot. Saved by Sweden. Puck is loose. Another backhander. That just goes wide. Boy, some collar tightening would be happening if that next one goes to Whitby. McGregor to the line to Zanette. Zanette gets it to a streaking McGregor. McGregor with that speed gets into the slot. McGregor! He's hauled down. And goes behind the net, but the puck is covered. So McGregor did everything he could to get to the net, but it doesn't look like a penalty is coming on that play. Might have been the effort then in the eyes of the ref. Don't forget, Whitby hasn't had a power play in this game either. Hamilton has had a penalty, but it was when Diodati, and I believe it was Mackey, that went off for high sticking. So those were offsetting back in the second period. In a bit of a tussle. Doherty from a tough angle. Sweden keeps the puck in front of him. And it's Tarasuk trying to control it for Hamilton, and Thorne does. Thorne now turns the other way. Thorne behind the net. He's hounded there very effectively by George. Puck comes in front again. Whitby nearly getting it in the slot area. This is Parker keeping it in. Keeps the shot down low. That shot goes wide behind the net. Comes in front. Oh, and that puck now bouncing every which way for Whitby, except into the net. Now it goes back behind the net as McConaughey. Gets it to Parker. Back of the net for McConaughey. Into the slot for Doherty, who tries to go wide. Eventually, Ling has had enough, and he flips it backhand down the ice where Salt is giving chase. Out of the net is Englage. Englage fires it around. Whitby making changes. This is Maccheroni who will throw it behind the net. And things settle down a bit with 11:50 to go in the third period. Woodisee, hounded hard by Thornton. Look out, there are a lot of deadly scorers on this Whitby team, so this one's far from over. Tamblin fires it around the boards, and it's picked up by Thornton, who fires it back. Porter plays it around to Tamblin, intercepted by Cianfrini. He gets it to Di Benedetto, and this is going to be Cameron taking it to center. Cameron goes to the other side, now comes back into the slot, fanned on it. It's picked up by Woodisee. Woodisee controls it back in the Whitby zone. Cianfrini jumps in to help. Goes over on the other side where Sullivan has it. Sullivan shoots, and it goes into the corner. Woodisee controlling for Hamilton. Woodisee with a few more dancing moves and puts it back behind the net. Giving chase is Porter with some very tired strides. Di Benedetto just gets it back to his man, and they'll try and catch Whitby on the change. Cianfrini with a long shot. Easy save there by Englage, who says, "My boys need a change." Puck goes into the corner, intercepted by Zanette, and that is going to be Chris Gower going off for 2 or less for tripping on Zanette. You need cooling. Baby, I'm not fooling. So Chris Gower will be heading on. Whitby penalty to number 11, Chris Gower, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 10:39 for a GRRC Roofing power play. McGregor throws it over on that side. Back to McGregor, fires it. Puck is loose right in front. And that one couldn't be batted in by Roberto. So 6-4 is a tight score in this league, let me tell you. Hamilton, with 1:45 to go on a power play, will try to get the advantage here. 7-4 looks a lot better than 6-4, especially with Whitby with a potent scoring offense as they have. McGregor gets it back to Tarasuk. Now to McGregor. This is Roberto. Back to McGregor. McGregor to Tarasuk. A low shot was a pass for Diodati. Didn't work. Whitby picks up the puck and dumps it down the ice. Sweden's going to come out and have to play it because Musselman's right on him. McGregor banks it ahead to Zanette, but Musselman made a nice play to come back and take that puck away. Diodati has to wheel the puck, being instructed to by Peckham, and that's exactly what he does with 1:05 to go in the power play. Diodati through center. Makes one move, tries to find another. Can't quite do it. Now back of the net, Whitby comes up with the puck, and Parker with a long lead pass. That nearly sprung Doherty. But Whitby doing a good job of ragging the puck as Hamilton changes their forward unit. Parker, long shot fired wide. Woodisee picks the puck up and gives it back to Sullivan, and he'll start in his own zone and carry it up to center. DiBenedetto, he had a penalty shot earlier in this game. He's already got one. Sullivan back at the point, finds Peckham. Peckham, deflected pass shot to Cameron, and that was really well executed and just went over top of the net. Sullivan gets over to DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto drop pass to Peckham, fires it, that just goes wide. Sullivan, 12 seconds to go in the power play. Controls it to DiBenedetto. Now down low to Cameron, cross ice pass. Cameron trying to pick it back up. Man out of the box, kept in by Sullivan, who gets it down low. Centered, almost. Now another shot by Roberto. Flicks behind the net where Woodisee gets it. Woodisee centering. And Whitby comes up with the puck and flips it out to center. So Whitby stops another power play. This is going to be Woodisee. They're trying to catch Whitby on the change. Woodisee brings it in. It's in his feet. Goes down. Porter with a nice little outlet pass for Tamblin. Roberto went for it and now has to double back. Tamblin with a long shot. Big stretch by Sweden, who got the pad out there and was well out to meet that one. Seeing Freeney behind the net. Now plays it over to Woodisee. Woodisee chops it off the glass and gets it to Porter. Porter ragged by Salt in front of the Hamilton bench. Pushing, shoving. Puck comes to center. DeVoe gets it to Cian Freeney over to Salt. And Salt will give chase in the corner against the much larger Justin Sawyer, who kicks it over to Maccheroni. Maccheroni plays it off the boards and finds Tamblin. Tamblin over center. This is Porter over on that side now for Thornton. Thornton trying to get it across, but it's intercepted by Andre DeVoe. Andre DeVoe now off the boards on a nice no-look pass to Salt. But Salt was such a good pass, wasn't ready for it. So with 7:31 to go, it's 6-4 Hamilton. Fans, it's time for the My Custom Sports Chair out-of-town scores. From the Harry Howell Arena in Dundas, Stony Creek leads the Dundas Real McCoys in the third period of a score of 5-2. Back to the point it goes, a long shot in by Gower, steered aside. Peckham picks it up and dumps it to center. Now Gower playing back. Out of the box, no damage on that power play, though Hamilton was indeed threatening. Mackey brings it in over the line. A long shot goes into the corner. Woodisee can't get it out, and it's kept in by Ventura. Tough angle shot that was nearly deflected in front. But Hamilton controls and gets it back out to center. Woodisee brings it in over the line. Woodisee shooting. A nice save by Englage. Puck is loose, and Englage is able to rope it back in. 6:53 to go. 6-4 Hamilton. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good finish. Peckham with a shot that goes right in. But Whitby comes up with a puck. Over the line, McConaughey a shot and a nice glove save by Sweden. 6:40 to go. Face off in the Hamilton zone. Gower walks the line, takes a shot that's blocked by Zanette. Zanette plays it off the boards to himself and floats it in front of the Hamilton net. Fortunately, it rolls safely over to Tarasuk. Gets it up to Roberto. Roberto dumps it in on the backhand. And Hoare with a long lead pass over on this side. Taken off the boards by Doherty from McConaughey. Doherty goes up and secures the zone. It's poked away by Sweden. McGregor, he's got a great burst of speed and great puck handling skills. The pride of St. David's brings it to center. Well, actually, my grandmother's the pride of St. David's. Yes, and Alice Brady is named, that famous drink is named after her. Behind the net it goes. Zanette gets it, and it looks like Hamilton's going to get a power play here as McGregor arm up for tripping. So Whitby will get its first power play with 5:58 to go. Hamilton penalty to number 17, Brian McGregor. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 5:58 in the third period. It goes back to the point. Look out. This is Parker who has the puck. Over on that side, Baxter gets it in. It's flipped and deflected, and Sweden didn't know where it was for a second. But fortunately for Hamilton, they came up with the puck and dumped it down the ice. DeVoe giving chase to his men, and Whitby's forced to come out of the zone aggressively. Long lead pass finds Thornton. Thornton plays it into the corner, and Camblin gives chase. Sullivan right on top of it. Baxter at the blue line. Fires it. Right in. Big rebound right in front. Porter stopped again. Rebound Thornton, and that was DeVoe coming down hard so that Thornton couldn't get that full release on that stick. He pinned it. 2 great saves by Sweden in close on this power play. Stick being hacked around there. That was Sweden's goaltender stick being hacked away by Whitby. And puck goes down the ice. Or it was Hamilton that knocked it away. But Englage came away at 5 minutes to go in the period. Less than a minute to go in the power play. Parker coming in for Whitby. Drops it off to George. Now goes Doherty into Parker. Parker controlling at the boards, gets back to the point. Baxter shot. Stopped in front. The backhander by McConaughey goes wide. And Zanette comes up with a puck. To the line. Not out. Kept in by Baxter. Baxter puts it back of the net. Zanette will put all his might into that one and get a member's bounce off the glass, and it'll go all the way down the ice. 4:25 to go. Third period. Just 20 seconds now to go in the Whitby power play. Their first of the game. Over the line is Whitby, and they'll set up on the power play. Hoare gets it back there. DiBenedetto. Nice breakout pass for Cameron, who has the puck. Brings it in over the line, tries a couple moves. Cameron shoots between the legs, and that just tight-roped along the goal line as the penalty expired to McGregor. Diodati off the glass, kept in by Hoare. Hoare keeps it in. He's got Bienvenu all over him, and that's going to draw a penalty. Hamilton will have to kill again with 3:44 to go. Hamilton penalty to number 96, Justin DiBenedetto. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 3:44. So Whitby will go to their second power play. Hamilton hoping to make them go Carl Orff on that. That being 0-4-2. Nah. Puck is deflected and Salt dumps it all the way down the ice. This is a big part of the hockey game right here. Long pass by Parker, springs Tamblin. Porter gets it in over the line. Now a nice drop pass for Baxter, who steps in, makes a nice drag. Baxter shoots, scores! It's a 6-5 hockey game in Hamilton. Sorry? Yeah? Hello, Sean Farrell. Look out, Whitby coming close now. With just over 3 minutes to go. Whitby goal scored by number 4, Matt Baxter. Assist by number 24, Chris Porter. Time of the goal, 3:12. 6-5, this game is getting tighter. Look out, McConaughey has it. That time, Black letting that one go. Long dump goes all the way down the ice for icing. That one could have been a penalty. Was not. And it's 6-5. Whitby just trying to get one. If they do send it into overtime, even that betters their chances of securing home ice for the upcoming playoffs later this month against these very Hamilton Steelhawks. But here's DeVoe taking it to center, and he'll dump it in the corner and give chase. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go. It's an exciting finish at the Dave. Ling coming up on his man. Gower not happy about the hit. Looking at referee Stephen Black, saying maybe that Ling got up a little high on him. Woodisee dumps it in for Hamilton. Hamilton playing a very conservative strategy here with just over 2 minutes to go in the third period and leading by a single tally. That penalty shot looming large now. Porter with a nice move to gain the zone. Tries to go in front of the net, but Di Benedetto with a really brilliant takeaway and flips it to center, and Baxter gives chase. Parker with the puck, leads it up. Kicked up there by Peckham, but it's Cody Thornton getting in, trying a back pass, and Di Benedetto read that the whole way. Now he finds Cameron, and Cameron brings it in over the line for Hamilton. Shooting, just going over top of the net. Don't forget that puck rolled across the goal line not too long ago. Cameron in the slot, shooting, big save by Englund. Shot comes all the way out. To the line it goes. English back of the net to steer it there. We'll keep an eye on him as he might make for the bench. He's out at the hash marks now, and Whitby brings the puck up ice with 1:10 to go. Cross ice pass for Baxter. McGregor on him. English unable to get out of the net. Roberto giving chase, going after the puck. Last minute of play in the third period. Roberto. Baxter getting it up to McConaughey. All hands on deck for Whitby here. English at the bench. Sullivan turns. Sullivan gets it to the line and out. Roberto getting away at it. Zanette from an angle. Backhander. He scores! A backhander that was very deft will seal it for Hamilton from Paul Zanette. Steelhawks goal, scored by number 9, Paul Zanette. His second of the evening. Assist by number 10, Mike Roberto. And number 17, BMAC Brian McGregor. Time of the goal, 33 seconds. So a really nice backhander by Zanette that flipped through the air, and boy, that must have just missed the crossbar. That couldn't have been any more accurate. Whitby rotating with the puck. This is Gower to the line. Brings it to center. 15 seconds to go. Long shot in over top of the net. Sweden now knows how lively this glass and boards combo is in this rink, and he wasn't about to let it hit. 5 seconds to go. It's in the Hamilton zone. They scrum away. Ling swinging his stick at Musselman, and this one is over. Oh, how do you like Friday nights at the Dave? Oh, and some more jousting going on. Oh, Gower not liking the kind of stick that Thorne has there. This one might not be over. They swing again. And Giorgio, they're playing for those about to rock. Fans, let's hear it for your Hamilton Steelhawks. thanks for attending tonight's game and starting your weekend with the Hamilton Steelhawks. Our next home game is next Friday, February 15th, when we take on the Dundas. Real McCoy's game time is here at the Dave Andrechuk Mountain Arena, 7:30. From all of us at the Hamilton Steelhawks, please mind the weather and get home safely. Drive according to conditions.